Good day, viewers. I'm Chris Jola by name, a Gong presenter, and I'm here with a wonderful and a special guest. So, may we know you?
Yeah, good evening, gentlemen. Actually, my name is Mr. Solomon Biki. Though the new title they gave me, I'm the chief of Southern Kaduna in Karimo. Thank you.
All right. We are here with a wonderful topic today. If I could recall, our last topic of discussion was the concept of marriage in Gong. So today we come up with a wonderful topic, the role of language in preserving our roots and in a cultural heritage. So that's what we want to discuss today. Meeting this wonderful guest today, I think he has a lot to share with us. So, sir, the question I'll ask you here today is, how does language, like your language, Gong language, how does it preserve the cultural and the heritage of Gong language?
If I may understood you, are you asking of how Kagoma do marry, or is it on the language?
In the language aspect, I believe that each tribe today in Nigeria have their language, and they majorly speak their language outside the English we are speaking.
Yeah.
So how does Gong language, Gong as a tribe, have a language? How does it benefit the Gong people?
Well, actually, Bro Chris, you know, on this how Gong language become exist. Actually, like on my own side, you know, definitely I just don't know how to prescribe how Gong language came to exist. But on my own understanding is that when we were in youth or in tender age, we discovered that Gong and Kagoma is actually the real Gong tribe. We call it Gong, but when we come to general aspect of it, we call it Kagoma, because based on it is not only Kagoma that do it in the whole Gong land. We have houses that came. That was the time of the emir of present Kapachan, where they were in Father Kagoma, and their own people that came in, they started calling out Kagoma, because that Kagoma means a lot. But in my own side, I don't know how to explain that aspect, because we have people that are older than me.
All right.
I didn't go deep to that side.
It's okay. Okay. I really appreciate the words you've already voiced out. But if I may ask you today, like speaking English, we know that we use English and in expressing our mind whenever we're talking to people. Do you think speaking Gong too will be of help in building our culture?
Of course.
Okay. In what way?
Actually, you see, in my own side, my children, it affect me a lot, because if I'm having a visitor in my house, if I want to tell them something in my language Gong, it very difficult, because initially I didn't teach them that language. I hear it, my wife hear it. In fact, I'm even regretting myself as I'm talking to you now, because my first son, my daughter, the third one, three of them, they hear language, but they cannot reply
The language.
in Gong language. And that thing really affected me. In fact, as I'm talking to you, if you could remember my last born that came here, I wanted him to go and get something for you, but I have to speak English. And this thing is affecting us, especially the Gong language. This language is very important. In fact, as I'm talking to you, it's a big lesson to other people that doesn't teach their children Gong language. In fact, I've taken note from today. So it's very good for us to make sure if you born your child from the tender age, you teach him Gong language. It's very, very important.
Wow, that's interesting. I think I really like what you are saying now. But if I may ask you again, sir, do you think speaking your language can help in securing the cultural act of Gong? Do you think speaking language can help in securing something like that, like our
Actually,
heritage?
because for instance now, in this let me say in this insecurity time that we are, there is something you a secret, something you want to tell somebody, and there is no, you cannot speak Gong to him. You rather speak English, which it will expose what you want to tell. So that one alone, in fact, is something that we need to learn on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we are also coming up with things that we mostly would like to appreciate God with. But
Yeah.
if I also want to draw more of your attention into this language that we're talking about,
Yeah.
what are the ways we can do in building that language? Since already you are now, let me not put regretting, but you are feeling bad because you did not teach your children how to speak the language. So now, at this junction now, what can you do to see that you regain that?
Actually,
Or do
in
you think
fact,
it's too late?
it's a very interesting question, and you have thrown a challenge to me, because definitely, each time I sat down, for instance, I have a friend. Uh, he came here.
Yes.
So when I told my child that go and bring water in English, that go and bring water to this my visitor.
Mm.
He was, yeah, you don't have tribe? I say, of course I have it. He said, no, 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 no. Since you have been coming to my house, even the last child that I have that is not up to 3 years. They speak my dialect, and you are here speaking English to your children. That very day, in fact, I call my wife. I say, look at you. You and I were from Gong land, but can you imagine somebody, another tribe, is throwing this challenge to us? Actually, in fact, from that day till now that I'm talking to you, I make sure I will speak the Gong language to them, and they will ask me what am I saying. I have to interpret so that they will know that definitely this is the meaning of this is the meaning of that in Gong language. So now presently this is what I'm doing. So that's the challenge.
Wow,
And
that,
I'm
that
trying to
means
solve.
that means the person has already challenged you,
Yes.
and then again we are coming to interview on the same matter. Oh, that's interesting. So, it's something very nice, and thank God because you have the heart. You are feeling the
Actually.
pains of not teaching your children the language,
Actually.
and you that you can speak language fluently. Because I could remember anytime I call you over the phone, you speak language with me. You don't speak English, and I wonder why you find it difficult to teach your children. Although in our generation now, many people think language does not matter. I don't know when I'll go back to the village to go and stay, so I prefer teaching my children English. I want to let them go and learn how to speak English, even Hausa. So we don't even take the language as something. But now, if I may ask you also, thank you for giving me that chance. If I may ask you now, what are the steps do you think you want to take now to at least grow them in that? Because
Yes,
language
yes,
is very important,
yes.
and I believe
It's a very-
everybody is proud of his
very,
own.
very good. Let me tell you, as of last week,
Yes.
I traveled home in Father Kaguma. My senior brother, though is late now, the wife called me and said, when am I coming? I told her that by the grace of God, maybe ending of this month. But she said, why is it that I always come home without my children? Did I know that? That's why last time I came with my son, and they were even asking him, how is your mom with my with Gong language. That boy is just looking at them. Please, the woman pleaded with me that I should make sure if I'm coming, I should come with them. And truly, the step I'm taking now, whenever I'm going home, if it is holidays, I will make sure I pack all my children home. They will stay there. I believe by the grace of God, they will start hearing Gong language. So that is the step I'm taking now.
Well, a little story I want to share with you.
Yeah.
You know, when I was speaking language somewhere, that time I composed a song and I went to studio. I want to go and sing the song. So I was in studio, and when I started, the producer now asked me that, how do you get to know your language like this? So I had to tell him the basic way I got to learn the language is that I was in the village and I listened to every step of the language they are speaking. And I had one of my uncle that every holiday, like Christmas, long time
Easter.
holiday, Easter, he normally bring his children home for them to come and spend their holidays at home, because he said they are staying already in Zaria and they need to go down to the village at least to grab something. Today they speak language very well. They speak English, they speak language, and they also speak Hausa. So this one is very important, and for us today, I think what you just said now, I pray you will say it and you act on it. That you say you will be
By
taking
the
them
grace
to
of
the
God.
village.
By the
I
grace
pray
of
you
God.
do so.
Yeah.
So, sir, I think you are telling the Gong people now, from your own side now, from what you just said, that means you are telling the Gong people now that they should always take their children down to the village for holidays. Is that not
Yes,
so?
yes, and make sure they speak the language to them always, because it has helped me. You see, there was a day, my second son came to me. I was with visitors that time that they crowned me as the chief of Southern Kaduna here. He, in fact, when he speak language to me, he managed to speak it and tell me something secret. In fact, that day I was very, very happy. I even told him that, look, I promise you, I will reward you on that.
Wow.
But please make sure you each time you come to me, try to speak it. I will then be correcting you, because this language will help us tomorrow. This language is like it's dying up. This language, we have to wake up and see that all our children can speak it well. Definitely, you know, like we and you people, you know, the way we speak the language, you see there are some differences there. But on staying here, when I stay here with some Gong people from different village, I begin to know something. Even I'm still learning up to today. So by the grace of God, I'm throwing this challenge to all the Gong people. Please, this is my story, and I'm regretting. I believe we need to take note on it and teach our children this language. Thank you.
Well, that's beautiful. Thank you so much, viewers, and thank you for all of you that are willing to also teach your children about the language, teach your children the culture, teach your children about Gong people. Some people were asking me in my last video, asking me why is it that we're doing our programs in English. The truth of it is that yes, we definitely will do it in the language, but there are stages that we need to get into before involving the language in. Because now there are people who want to really know what is going on in the Gong land, but seriously they can't be able to understand the language very well. It's not our wish, but we are going to try to work things out.
Yes.
So that everybody will flow together. The language, as you are listening, you will be learning from it.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Mr. Solomon Biki,
Yes.
for giving us this audience. And I believe that some other time we'll look forward to seeing you again, having a chat with you on this particular topic, because I believe you have a lot to say. But as it stands now, we'll need to just limit it here. Thank you for the moment you've given us. And I want to make use of this advantage to tell the Gong people that God has done something wonderful to the Gong people. Yesterday, being 17th of August, the CDS, that means the Chief of Defense Staff, was in Gonglan
Yes,
at
yes, yes, I saw
Baya.
it.
He commissioned the town hall, General Yusuf Luka town hall. He commissioned it yesterday. It was a wonderful step, and I believe that more and more are coming. The palace also will be commissioned in some times to come. So I just want to use this opportunity to tell us that yes, Gong is moving forward. The Gong TV station is also on, and I pray that you people will watch us. Click on the subscribe when you go to the YouTube channel to watch our program. Subscribe and then like us. Bring your comment, bring your view, most especially the topic we treated today. You people can also encourage us and then tell us your view. What is your point about the speaking of Gon language? Is it good to teach your children the language, or you just let them be like this? Between Gon language and English, is it only the English you want them to know, or you want them to learn the language? Thank you so much. I'm your own Chris Giola, the presenter of the Gon TV. Thank you so much. We will come your way some other time.